summer is winding down and the kids are back at school, I know. But there's one unwanted house guest who refuses to call an end to the season.
Yeah, unlike in previous years, rodents are out in abundance around Las Vegas. So Greg Rue from Truly Nolan is here to explain all. Greg, how you doing this morning?
Doing great. How about you?
Great until we started thinking about this and talking about this. But rodents typically in the valley associated with winter and certain parts of the areas around town and around the valley. But that's kind of changing now.
They are 12 months.
Yeah.
They're pretty much year-round these days. Although as the weather gets colder, they are looking for a warmer harborage to nest up in. The most common rodent we're seeing in town is called a tree rat or the roof rat. So they love to get up in your trees, get on your roof, get in your attic, and then kind of just take over from there.
Yeah, and why is that? Why are they becoming an all-year-round thing now? Why is it not like, the association we used to anticipate?
Well, they've always been a problem in this town even before we were populated. As we're building homes and providing water for them, we're basically eliminating predators. We're providing food, shelter, and water for all these critters. We also noticed a big explosion when COVID happened, when all your schools and your restaurants were vacated for a while. A lot of them had a small or minor rodent population that was allowed to expand. Then they ate the food and everything out of those buildings in 6 to 9 months. And of course, the population at that point was probably up by tenfold. And then once they ate those places clean, since there was no people, they have now blown out into the neighborhoods and surrounding areas. So yeah, we've seen a big uptick since COVID.
Now, if they make it into the home and they don't want to leave, what can viewers do? And what are some of even those telltale signs that, something's going on in the home?
Well, you're going to listen for scratching, looking for any kind of, you're going to see debris around. If they get into your pantry, they're going to dig into dry goods. They love dog food. They're constantly looking for a water source. One of the evolutions that's happened recently is construction for plumbing is now done with a product called PEX, which is like a polyurethane type plumbing line, as opposed to copper. So they can get through that and cause some serious plumbing leaks. They can cause electrical damage. They've even caused, I believe rodents are now the second leading cause for home fires.
Wow.
With chewing through electrical. They have incisor teeth that continually grow. So if they're not chewing on something to eat or get through it, they need to chew on things just to control the teeth growth. So they're constantly gnawing. But for the general homeowner, basically just listen for scratching noises. You're probably going to hear them late at night, or just look for any entry points around the house.
So it might not be ghosts. It could be a rodent in the house. Okay. What are some tips that our viewers can do at home to protect themselves, to prepare against them? And what is the point where they need to draw a line and call up Truly Nolan?
Well, as soon as they're hearing noises in the house, I'd suggest getting somebody out there. Because like I said, I have seen home damage getting up into over the $40,000 range caused by rodents chewing into plumbing or electrical. But for homeowners, just don't leave dog food outside. Try not to leave any open water sources outside. Watch your drip calendar on your plants so you're not leaving puddles of water outside. Any leaky faucets, anything like that outside is going to draw rodents, but it's basically going to draw just about every pest that's out there to your house. Because there's what we call the triangle of life for any pest, and that's food, water, shelter. Food and shelter are pretty easy to come by in this part of the country. Water is pretty much the linchpin. So by just making sure you're not having any standing or available water to these outside invaders is a good way to start. Making sure garage doors stay closed all the way, that you got a good seal on the garage door and on your doors, but just making sure there's no entry points. Keeping your tree limbs trimmed so they're not overhanging or touching the roof, because again, the most popular rodent is the roof rat or tree rat, as it's commonly known, and they'll just go right up the trees and boom, right under your roof.
Easy access.
Easy access.
Well, we hear about tap insulation. So what is that and how does it help?
Tap actually, it's a loose-base cellulose insulation, which has been on the market, but they've infused it with a product called borate, which is like an industrial salt. You'll find it in eye drops and soap and stuff, so it's not harmful to humans. And what it does it will kill most of the insects in your attic, which can be a food source for rodents. For rodents, it doesn't actually kill them, but it does burn their skin, burns their eyes, and it just makes it for a very uncomfortable type environment for them to be in, and they generally don't like to be in that. Plus, with the food source being, a lot of times they're munching on the insects and stuff, and with that gone, it's one other way to help get rid of it. As far as an insulation factor, it is a loose-base cellulose, so it has a very dense factor, so it also helps with acoustical, and it has a very good thermal quality to it as well. I do believe believe the TAP stands for Thermal, Acoustical, and Pest Control.
Well, this has been really insightful. Thank you for letting us know. And now I know it's not ghosts in my attic that I need to be worried about.
Just
when I
the
hear
rodents.
tapping. Yeah, just the rodents. But
Could be Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
hey, you know
this
what?
is true.
Definitely is him too. He's always there. But to learn more about Trudy Nolan, or if you have signs of rodents in your house and you want to have someone come out to visit your property, visit trulynolan.com.